All right,
Oh,
so
so we're
we are
live right now. Okay.
yeah, we are live right now. I'm not sure what you can see on your end, but yeah, we live right
I can
now.
only see you and me. That's it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Using a laptop or your phone?
my phone.
Okay. Uh,
Hmm.
all right. So usually when I start off my interviews, we start with the basics. We get the basics out of the way, and then we get into the nitty gritty. Okay. So
Okay.
give me your name, your age, where you from, and where do you live now?
Where do I live now?
Yes.
Okay. So my name is Justin Rosa, aka Just Hollywood. I always say that. And I'm from New York. You said my age, right? And I'm also 26, and I currently still live in New York.
Okay.
So,
What borough?
I live like an hour outside of like the city. So I live in Monroe, New York.
Ah,
It's like outside of like the city. It's only like 1 hour though, so it's not really too far.
okay. Cool, cool, cool. What's
Yeah,
your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
Ah, okay. You
Hmm.
say that with a smirk.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo, baby. I'm the best. I'm the best, best out
Mm-hmm.
there.
I heard good things about Leos.
Hey, there's a lot of good things about Leos, and there's
I
some,
heard,
not so good things about
but
Leos.
that's every sign.
That's
That's
every
every
sign.
sign.
Yeah, you get the good and the bad.
You get the good and the bad.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
we get along with most signs. What
Yeah.
does your family think of you being all out on YouTube and these shows? What does your mom, your
Um.
father, like? What does everybody think?
I mean, quite honestly, I mean, for like the Bad Boys Club, everybody, like my friends, my family, like like my mom especially, they definitely told me that I shouldn't do it because they know my attitude and they were just like, I don't think it'll be a good fit for you because you're trying to grow, you're trying to do better and stuff like that. And be on a show called Bad Boys Club, like that's not like it. But also, I was just like, like I'm trying to build my fan base. So, that's why I was okay with doing it. I get where they were coming from. But, at the same time, like I'm trying to build my fan base. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna give it a shot, you know?
You did the come up.
Yeah, I did the come up.
Okay.
Hmm.
That was with the
Yeah.
same, that was with Gemini Films, correct?
Yeah, Gemini Films, yeah.
Okay. So what made you decide to just go from the come up to Bad Boys?
I know it sounds crazy because I feel like going from the come up to Bad Boys to me was like a downgrade because I feel like the come up was actually a show where like you could show like, your business and, stuff like that. And, Bad Boys Club is all about fighting. Let's be honest, that's really what it is. It's all about fighting and stuff like that. So the come up was actually a show where you could show your business and, show like growth or whatever the case may be. But honestly, like I said, so Karan actually asked me if I wanted to join the Come Up season 4 because I was on season 3. And he asked if I wanted to join season 4, which I said yeah. And then he came up with the Bad Boys thing, and then he hit me up and said he wants to do Bad Boys Club. So he was just like, would you want to do the Bad Boys Club or the Come Up season 4? I still said the Come Up season 4.
Okay.
But then he was like, I think you'll be a really good fit for Bad Boys Club. I don't know if the Come Up season 4 is even gonna come out. Like, I'm not too sure. He was like, so I really think that the Bad Boys Club will be a really good fit for you because you have the attitude for it. So, and then, he was just telling me a lot of things like, the show is gonna blow up. He's gonna have a lot of the bad girls from Bad Girls Club promote it, and it's gonna blow. So I was like, okay. I mean, he was selling a dream. So I kind of like took that and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try it. Now, I never watched Bad Boys Club on Gemini Films. So I'm gonna say that I never watched any Bad Boys Club on Gemini Films. So, like I just was like, I'm gonna give it a shot and see how it is, you know?
Okay. So did you have
Yeah.
like, and since you had already been on the show with him before, and he had communicated with you regarding Bad Boys, did you have like any prior information about how many guys would be on the show, who would be on the show?
No, no.
Okay. So
I had no
you were going in blind.
blind, yeah. Like I didn't know what to expect. I don't yeah, I don't know anything. Like I said, I never watched Bad Boys Club in his like on his channel. So I didn't know like really what to expect, to
Okay.
be honest.
Okay, so we're gonna start these questions off. Shout out to everybody that's here right now. I see your questions piling up or your comments piling up. So shout out to y'all for tuning in. We're gonna start from the beginning and we're gonna get to where we at currently because now he has part one on of the reunion on
Other
OnlyFans.
Hmm.
and we're gonna talk about some we're gonna talk about some things. So starting off with episode one, you enter the place. What
Uh,
were your first initial thoughts before seeing Hayes and Tynell?
my first thoughts on like just walking into the
Walking
apartment.
walking into the place, seeing the camera in your face, what was going through your mind?
So my first thought was is that are we really filming the show in an apartment? That was really what was going on in my head because I I was trying to understand like cuz I was told that we were going to be filming in a beach house. So when I Yeah, I was told that we're gonna be filming in the beach house. So when I first pulled up, I see a building and I'm like, where's the house? So I had called him and I'm like, am I at the right location? Because I thought like, like I was like trying to understand. He was like, yeah, no, you're at the right location. So he came downstairs with the camera. So I was like, okay. So then, I rolled in, with my thing. And then we go upstairs and then I'm still like I'm confused. And then we go into the apartment, and I'm like, wait, we're really filming this in an apartment? Like, I was like really confused. And then Hayes and Ty was like all like excited and stuff like that, and I'm still trying to understand like what's going on. So, so I'm just trying to really understand like what's really going on. So that really what was going through my mind,
Yeah.
when I walked into the apartment, to be quite
Okay.
honest with you.
So you meet Hayes and Tynell.
Yeah.
What vibe did you get from them right off the rip, like first impression?
I honestly thought like when I first met them, I thought they were actually cool. Like they seemed cool. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I thought they were cool. I didn't really get no bad vibes from them. Like I honestly thought they were chill. Like I thought we were gonna like I kind of really did think that we were probably gonna click, but yeah, I didn't really think anything of it, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay. So the next to come up is Poppy, Case. They get to the
Hmm.
spot. Y'all take shots. The
Right.
vibe is seeming like to be real cool.
Hmm.
What is your impression of Case and Poppy?
So when Case walked in, and I don't call him Poppy, I call him Jeremy because to me he's not a Poppy. So when Case and Jeremy walked in, I felt like I felt like so like Jeremy came in like quiet, just like me. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So quite honestly, I really honestly thought that like me, Kay, and Jeremy was gonna like be like a clique because I don't know. I felt like they came in like Jeremy came in quiet. Kay like like how can I put this? Like I don't know, just like his energy, like I just felt like we were just gonna click. Like I just knew it. Like sometimes you just know
right.
when you meet people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I thought of them when they first walked in. So, yeah, so I kind of thought that maybe we would have probably, clicked even more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So everybody is feeling them some Justin. Everybody
Yeah.
coming in and everybody's like, "Ooh, Justin is fine." Oh shit,
Hmm.
I gotta touch him. What? Oh, So Case
And body
thought you
shots
were fine.
happen.
Case thought you were fine in his confessional.
Uh-huh.
Were you attracted to Case first meet him, first impression?
Yeah. When I first saw Kay, I was like, yeah, he's cute.
Okay. They
Hmm.
asked you to do body shots, right? So
Hmm.
you hear the music in the background playing. You got to reveal your chest, take off your shirt, and you're like, okay, I'm that dude. Then you get on
Right.
the table, the countertop, and they taking shots. What's going through your mind right now?
I mean, I was with it. I mean, I was definitely with it. I love taking my shirt off, so I
Okay.
mean, it's
So
nothing.
you didn't feel like you weren't shy or like, hold up, like wait, like you wasn't reluctant. You just was like, let's go.
No, like let's go. Like I wanted to turn up, like I did, but then I mean, we're gonna get into that,
Yeah,
but
we're gonna get to it.
yeah, we're gonna
So
get into that.
so apparently it was winter when y'all filmed this.
We started filming the very beginning of March, so yeah, I mean winter, like getting into like spring, but it was still cold,
Okay, yeah, because they had you. Well, at least on the first episode, y'all ended up going outside,
and it
and
was cold.
it was snow on the ground. There was a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was
snow on the ground. I was
freezing.
like, "What the hell? Y'all couldn't go to like the little lobby room or whatever to talk. What was going on through your
That's
mind?"
I was freezing. I wanted to go back inside. Like I was cold. Like I was like, and you know what? You're right. Why didn't we like film it in like? There's so many other places we could have filmed it at. I was just like, I don't know. But Karan wanted us to go outside for some reason and like film like on the rooftop, and I don't know. It was cold.
It looked
I wanted
like
to go back inside.
they had on. It looked like they had on North Faces and everything.
And and I had no shirt on underneath my jacket.
Right, because you thought you were going to a beach.
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
like
I was looking at that. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? It is freezing. Y'all is
exactly. It was
okay.
so cold.
Um, let's see. Lilo shows up next.
Hmm.
And he says in his confessional that he was going to be the pretty boy. Would you consider him to be the pretty boy of the cast?
No, he's the reptile of the cast. That's
Oh,
what he looks like. Yeah, he looks
oh,
like a reptile. He's not no pretty boy. I don't know who he's talking about. That's a
okay.
lie.
When Rocky enters the scene, did you feel so I guess that night Case had said something off camera towards Rocky about the fact that he necessarily shouldn't be a part of the show because he had
Hmm.
already been on Bad Boys. Did that at all ever cross your mind about Rocky?
I never really thought about it like that, but like I did hear like because Karan posted like a post and he was saying that there's gonna be all new boys on the show. So I mean it makes sense, with what Kay said because I mean Karan did make a post saying that it was gonna be all new boys. So why are you bringing back Rocky? But when I saw Rocky, I mean I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay. What did you think about the comment of Case calling it the K show? Because y'all get drunk. Well, I don't know
Hmm.
if you got drunk, but it seemed like
I
everybody.
didn't really get drunk like that.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, everybody's drinking, like kissing, dry humping it, and
yeah.
you just off to the side chilling. I didn't know if he was backing
Hmm.
shots or not. So you just, what was you was
No,
observing?
I was just really, I was definitely watching because it was too much going on, and I felt like I had to like pay attention and see like who I can vibe with. It was just a lot. It was a lot.
It
So
was a lot. It was a whole
it
lot.
it
So
was.
Case is a little lit. He's a lot lit at this point. I'm thinking
Yeah.
because I saw him take a lot of
Oh
drinks,
no, he was
and
drunk.
and
He
so
said
he
he was.
he goes and says it's the Case show, and then out of nowhere, everybody gets so emotionally attached to what he just said. But you
Hmm.
the only one that's like stone face cold, just looking like, okay, why y'all tripping? And
Right.
everybody's gassing it up into this big, huge thing. What's going
Right.
on in your mind right now?
So when he said it was the K show, I literally didn't think nothing of it because I was like, like first of all, it's his first show. This is actually my second show, as you know, because I've done the
Yeah.
come up before. So, like it's his first show, like it's exciting, first show, whatever. So I didn't think nothing of it. Like to me, I felt like I took it as a joke, you know what I'm saying? Because, anybody could have said, like I could have said it was a Justin show. Rocky could have said it was a Rocky show. Like it's not that serious. Like, Kay came in with confidence, as he should. We all should have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Like, but I felt like they just because the cameras was rolling, they felt like, they wanted to act on it and exaggerate it because the cameras was there.
Okay. So I'm gonna read this question just to make sure I don't get anything misconstrued or
Hmm.
lost. So Case and Poppy start arguing. You were sitting down, not caring about nothing. You was just like chilling.
Hmm.
Poppy takes Case's picture, throws it down the hall. Then Case follows suit and does the same thing.
Hmm.
Before I get into the fight, were you emotionally attached to your picture?
Not at all. That's just like 5 cents. Like I don't care about that. Like
One thing I do have to say is if I'm going to be remotely worried about a picture, let that picture be like a 24 by 24 or like a poster
exactly,
size, something huge with a plaque or some, not
exactly.
no small like 5 by 7 photo. I was
Five
like,
cents.
yeah, I was like, what's
Like
going on? I
I
couldn't.
have plenty on my Instagram. I don't care about that shit. Like,
So
like you know.
so Poppy and Kay start thumping.
Uh
They start going in. Are you
huh.
like, oh shit, let me break it up? Or you like, oh shit, who about to get beat up? What's going through your mind?
So when they were fighting, I was just kind of like just watching because I was like, this is stupid. It was stupid. It really was. It was dumb. And I was just watching. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching. I saw everybody else trying to break it up and stuff like that. Also, I'm thinking in my head like, where the fuck is security at? Like, there's no security. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not for nothing. Like, I didn't sign up to be security. I mean, technically, I didn't really sign up at all. But, I didn't come on to the show to be security. I came onto the show to be a cast member. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, Like, so when they were fighting, I was just watching and I was just letting them duke it out. Like, but everybody else was trying to break it up and stuff like that. But one thing I will say is that, I was minding my business, the first night and stuff like that. But if they would have jumped him, like physically, then I would have gotten involved because I'm not gonna allow somebody to get jumped on by five people. You get what I'm saying? Like, then I would have gotten involved. But it was one on one. They were trying to break it up, so I just let them fight it out. So.
Poppy wasn't finished though. He decided to go inside the room and grab a hockey stick and commits to hitting, Case.
Right.
Case, this is when I locked in on Case because Case was just like, I don't know what you think you about to do. But Case like ran through Poppy and they just was going to town.
And he
Okay.
beat him up.
And so, we get to the next day, and I need some
Hmm.
explanation, and maybe you can help us out, the viewers out, because I was
Hmm.
lost. Something was posted on Instagram
Hmm.
about what, like what was happening with the Instagram, and why was we caring about an Instagram post? Can you enlighten me?
So basically, okay, so I'm gonna explain like what happened after the fight and then
Okay,
why people was, I guess, so mad.
okay,
So after the fight, Kay asked if somebody could bring his luggage downstairs. I brought his stuff downstairs. And we talked it out. I gave him some advice because it's my second show. It's his first show. So I was giving him some advice, like as far as like doing this kind of experience and stuff like that. And then we went back upstairs and then we went to the club. So as you've seen, they were arguing in the car and stuff like that. Rocky, Lilo, and Kay was arguing in the car when we were on our way to the club. And then we ended up going to the club and everybody was like going up to Kay. Everybody, Rocky, Lilo, everybody was going up to Kay, apologizing to him as far as what happened. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
And everything seemed cool. In the back of my mind, I was just like, I don't think it's genuine. I just feel like people are drunk and they're just like, like whatever. So after all of that, Kay had made a comment, like a post on Instagram, recapping the night of what happened, talking about it was 5 against 1, and just recapping the night. I mean, he wasn't like bashing anybody. He was just talking about what he went through
right,
the first night.
right,
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much why everybody I guess got mad, I guess.
okay,
But yeah. Hmm.
okay. That next day, it seemed like Case wasn't done.
He
Case,
wasn't because he woke up with blood on his pillow due to the hockey stick.
okay, and I do recall him saying that as well.
Hmm.
So he wasn't done. He was about to, finish what was started last night. So they fight again. All right,
Yep.
they
Hmm.
fight again, and it goes crazy. I ain't gonna hold him, but Case did his thing
He
multiple.
did.
It's like the fourth, fifth time, whatever. He did his
I
thing.
mean, he beat.
He did his thing.
Listen,
So then
he did.
Rocky gets involved, and I
Hmm.
guess Rocky felt some sort of way because he felt like Poppy was snuck, or at least that's how it was explained on the show. And so
Hmm.
Rocky goes
Right.
after Case.
Hmm.
Why did you get involved?
Okay, so this is what happened. Um, okay, so Rocky came out of nowhere with the picture. Mind you, you've seen the X on Rocky's picture, right? That wasn't from me or Case. That was either from production because we didn't put the X on the picture. Now here's the thing. Quran, I'm just say the truth. I don't give a fuck. Quran, I don't care. Quran wanted me and Kay, or me or Kay, whatever, to put the X on one of their pictures. I said, I don't start nothing, I finish it. Kay honestly was tempted to do it, but Kay didn't do it. So we didn't even know there was an X on the picture until Rocky mentioned it after the fight. You get
Whoa,
what I'm saying? So
whoa.
we didn't put the X on the picture. So Rocky, I guess, got mad because he saw X on his picture. We didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Rocky grabs the picture and then throws it on Kay. The reason why I got involved was because everything happened so fast. I saw Jeremy, to me, from what I saw in the moment, to me, it looked like Jeremy was grabbing Kay off of Rocky. So that was, in my mind, I was like, all right, so I'm going to go grab Rocky off of Kay. I never grabbed Kay. I grabbed Rocky to get off K because what I saw in the moment, because it happened so fast, it looked like Jeremy was grabbing K off of Rocky. Now, people want to say, "Oh, you didn't have K's back." I did because if I wasn't there, K would have got jumped because you had the two little Slim Jims, fucking Lilo and fucking Ty, standing there watching the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't there, he would have got jumped. You know what I'm saying? They weren't gonna stop it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I grabbed Rocky. And then people also question like, why didn't you go at Jeremy? I didn't see Jeremy throw a Red Bull or whatever he did. Like I didn't. It didn't look like that to me.
Yeah.
It didn't look like that to me in the moment because it happened so fast. It looked like that he was grabbing him, so I went to go grab Rocky. And then you see Jeremy swing and missed his hits when he swung on me and then got beat up. So yeah, like he swung and then he missed. Like, does that make sense? Like they literally can't. They can't fight.
Okay. So you saying it here on my interview that you beat up Jeremy is his name?
Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's his name. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you did your thing. You definitely did your thing. From the looks of it, it looked like you saw. Well, from my view, it looked like you
hmm
saw Jeremy about to or trying to attack, and he definitely hit him with something, and so that's what prompted you to go towards
But
Jeremy.
like I said, I didn't see him throw the Red Bull or anything. It looked like to me, it looked like because it happened so fast, like in the moment, it just looked like he was grabbing K off of Rocky. So I went to go grab Rocky off of him, like off of K. That's what happened. So I grabbed Rocky, and
Right.
then that's when you saw Jeremy swing, but he missed, and then he got beat up. So that's what happened. Like how do you fucking sneak somebody? Because technically he snuck me, and then he missed his hits and then got beat up. Like I don't understand that.
Let me ask you: do you think that Case snuck Jeremy?
No, because they both looked at each other. First of all, if I fight somebody, like especially because like it wasn't the next day, it was a week apart. So like they fought the first night, and then it was like a week later. It wasn't the next day because we didn't stay in the house. We weren't living in the house. We were there for weekends. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is that yeah, no, we weren't living there. Like we were we were there for weekends.
Okay.
So yeah. So my thing is that like if I fight somebody, especially if I use a weapon, my guard is gonna be up every single time I'm around the person that I just got into a fight to. You get what I'm saying? So you come in, K was just on some like, I'm ready to I'm just like there's no talking, like I'm just fighting him. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They locked eyes, they looked at each other, and that's just that. So I don't feel like it was a sneak.
Okay. So you let me know something that had no idea about. So basically, y'all were utilizing someone's apartment to film only on the weekends
hmm
because they had to live there the rest of the week.
Yes. And also, I told you that I didn't know that it was going to be in an apartment. I thought it was going to be in the beach house. I also didn't know that we were filming in someone's apartment either. I found that out later on, like the first night, that it was someone else's apartment. So like, like honestly, like, like fuck the show. Like I feel like, we're if we're in somebody's home, I don't want to act a fool like that. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Right.
we're in somebody's home. You know what I'm saying? So that was that's what was going through my head throughout the whole entire time. Like I wasn't trying to act a fool like that because we're in somebody's home and I didn't want to break shit and, well, get them evicted, but they ended up getting evicted. So yeah.
Damn. So when
hmm
y'all would leave, y'all went back to y'all regular house, and then y'all would have to fly back to come.
Oh no, I drove.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I used to get K. We used to go down together. I used to just get him, and then we would go down together every weekend.
Oh wow, that's definitely a commitment. So would you say that that traveling and the mixture of leading up to that fight and the hockey stick and all that brought y'all kind of close?
Oh, it definitely did. I felt like doing this experience brought me, Kay, and Calvin like really close. Like I don't know, it's just like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but just dealing with some kind of experience like this, it just brings people closer. I don't know how to really explain that, but
Okay.
if that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Everything that you're saying makes sense. I completely understand, especially from the side of Case going after Poppy again with that
hmm
hockey stick situation. All of that makes sense. So after you as you say, beat up Jeremy.
Hmm.
What's going on in your mind now? Because now you done fought, and what's going on? How you feeling?
I felt like I did what I had to do. I felt like, I mean, I didn't really think nothing of it. I mean, I just beat a boy up. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I didn't really think nothing of it. I mean, I did see a scratch on my face. And I honestly did want it to. Okay, so here's the thing. So I wanted to. I honestly wanted to fight Jeremy again because I saw the scratch on my face and stuff like that. But then Karan had posted that. So you saw the three lumps on his head. So Karan posted that it wasn't all from Case, it was also from me too. I didn't know that I gave him those lumps either. Like me and Kay lumped him up. Now, if you were to see the before and after, you can see the difference between the lumps. So when I saw that and he confirmed it, I was like, okay, well I already beat him up, so I mean it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw the scratch on my face, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna fight this boy again. Like, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
you are hilarious. Okay, cool. So y'all fight, and so we get to. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. We get to Poppy being sent home because he used the weapon. Is that the actual reason why he was sent home? Because in my mind, I think that Rocky used the weapon too. He had the frame and tried to throw the frame at
uh,
Case. So was that the
mhm.
real reason that Poppy went home?
That was the real reason why Jeremy went home. But the thing is that I felt like Jeremy should have been home since it happened. Like the minute he used the hockey stick, that's when he should have went home. You get what I'm saying? So why was he allowed to come back? I don't know why. Now Rocky, Karan was actually debating if Rocky should go home or not. He even talked to the owner of the apartment that if he should send him home. The owner of the apartment told him that he should send him home because he doesn't want nobody in his place using weapons and stuff like that. So Rocky, I mean, from what the owner of the apartment told us, he said that Karan said he was going to send him home. So that's what we thought. And then come to find out, Rocky was never sent home. So I don't know why Rocky was never sent home. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I feel like, I'm just going to say, I feel like there was favoritism. I do. I feel like there was favoritism. Why wasn't Rocky sent home? Like, that doesn't make sense. He should have been sent home. I mean, he used a weapon, didn't he? But then Karam was like, oh, because he didn't hit K with the weapon, it doesn't matter. He still used it. So he should have been sent home. So
Okay.
it
Yeah,
just,
I was a bit confused by the logic on that. So yeah, that's why I asked. So it's nice to get your opinion on that. All
it
right.
never made sense to me.
Yeah. So okay, it seems like a lot of people get all excited about these pictures. Poppy's going home. The
Hmm.
energy and the tension in the house is kind of shifted. And I understand Case's perspective and that whole thing of using a weapon. But Case did his thing, and I'm happy that nothing uh like deadly happened in that situation because it could have went way left. It
Oh,
could
it
have
could have.
way left, And
Right.
so Bobby gets sent home, and we get a new kid on the block. And this
Hmm.
new kid on the block is the infamous Calvin. Okay,
Yes. Hmm.
Calvin comes to the house, and he's actually y'all are the first two that he sees.
Hmm.
So where's your mind in this point? Are you like, oh boy, another dude? Like, oh, I don't want to deal with this.
Not at all. I was actually excited to have a new boy because, I wanted to, because to be honest, like I feel like the casting choices wasn't the best. Majority of the cast was from Boston. They pretty much knew each other, knew of each other. I felt like we should have had a cast where people didn't know each other. Maybe one or two people probably could have known each other, whatever. But majority of the cast should have not known each other. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it more interesting. So I was actually really excited to get a new person just to see, how that was gonna go and to make the show more interesting. So when Calvin first walked in, he actually had already knew of me from the come up. So he said that, he was like, oh, I knew you from the come up and stuff like that. I felt like Calvin came with like great energy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get like no bad vibes from him. Like he came in with great energy. Like there was nothing that I caught that was bad.
Yeah, I'm a reiterate what you're saying. Like the main
Hmm.
reason why I watched the show was, or continued to watch, because I never watched. I think I saw like clips of like the Bad Boys YouTube situation. Never sat through a full season. Even
Mm,
this season, it was kind of hard to watch the full season, but
right.
I watched like 75% of it, and it's because of you and Case in the beginning. Y'all was giving
Uh-huh.
real cool, real regular vibes, and then when
Yeah.
Calvin came, it was like, all right, they look like some
Now
cool.
Calvin did shake it up, but he came in with great energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He just don't tolerate bullshit.
yeah.
Like that's really what it is.
So Calvin decides to get a little personal with y'all and let y'all know about his personal life with his engagement and all of that.
Mm,
It seemed like on the camera, it seemed
mm.
like he was like, "Why is this motherfucker telling me all this shit? Like I'm just trying to chill with this guy." He was off to the side like, he crying. Oh shit, he crying now. The fuck?
No,
And
you want to know?
Case was like, "Oh, here, let me hug you."
Right.
So explain what was going on.
It was funny because I definitely watched that scene and it looked like I was being shady. But I mean, like when people cry, I don't know. It's just me. I don't know if it's like an Aquarius thing. I don't know. But it's like when people cry, like I literally don't know what to do in situations like that. Like I'm not like first meeting me, like people say I come off like standoffish and stuff like that. So like I'm gonna be honest, like I don't think I come off like very like welcoming. Like I just feel like I have to get to know you to like get to that point. If that makes sense. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So that's really what it was. It was my first time meeting Calvin. So like when I saw him crying and stuff like that, like I felt him. I was feeling, I was feeling for him, but but I just didn't know how to go about it because I'm not like that. Kay probably is, Kay probably is. I mean, Kay does give that welcoming kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? But I don't. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't. So, when I saw him crying, like I just didn't know really what to do. So I was just like, okay, you know.
Yeah, you were like, okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I literally had no idea what to do.
All right. So what did you think about Hayes's, I think they're cousins or friend.
I don't know what they are. Cousins, friends, brothers, sisters. I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
even keep up.
the light skinned dude. I
Hmm.
forget his name. Well, what do you think about him?
Steven.
Steven. Okay, he comes in. All right.
Hmm.
Let me ask you, do y'all have any prior like history between the two of y'all since y'all all worked with Gemini Films? Have y'all come across each other before him coming to the spot?
I've never heard of Steven. I've never seen that boy. My thing is that like he's on the show talking about I'm an OG and I'm Steven and da 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 da, and I'm just like I never heard of you. And then I go back and I see like your season was filmed like 10 years ago in the basement. Like nobody watched that. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody watched it. Like so like he's talking about he's an OG. Oh, I'm an OG. I'm Steven. Da da da. And then he's bringing up people that was filming in the basement that he was on. Like I don't like I never heard of that boy. So I don't know.
Okay.
I never seen him before. So
Before things got hot between him and Calvin, were y'all having a positive exchange, or you was just like, I don't know why he's here?
well, we were at the bowling alley before all of that happened. So
Okay.
like everybody was getting along. I mean, when we were all at the bowling alley, everybody was fine. And then, yeah, everybody was fine. I mean, I didn't really talk to Steven like that. I mean, it was like little conversations here and there, but I mean, yeah, everybody was on good terms. And then, as you've seen, like it looked like Steven was just trying to like look for somebody to pick on. And I felt like they all thought that Calvin was going to be the weakest one because he's like the smallest one in the apartment. Because I'm not going to say house in the apartment. So so I felt like everybody thought that he was the weakest one because he was small. So Steven was looking for a moment. He was.
It
It's
it kind of
obvious.
it kind of felt like that. Y'all
Hmm.
decided to have a whose idea was it to have the pajama gathering or the pajama
It
party?
was Karan. Karan wanted to do that.
Okay, and let me ask you about Karan. Was Karan there like on location at any of these altercations that y'all
He
had?
was there the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah, he
so
was there the whole time.
so while the cameras was in y'all face and everybody's fighting, Karan is in the background doing what?
Karan was behind the camera.
Oh, he was filming.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought there was
Yeah.
like cameramen or
No, we had like we had like two camera. Well, okay, so we had Karan filming, and then we would have like one cameraman with Karan, and then we would have like another cameraman with Karan, but then Karan got rid of the other cameraman because he was like coming at Kay the first night when Jeremy and him got into that fight, and the cameraman was coming at Kay, so Karan got rid of him, so we had another cameraman, but it was just pretty much just him and Karan. So yeah, Karan was filming that shit.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's interesting.
Yep, Karan was there the whole time. Like every single scene that was filmed, like he was there the whole time. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I get it, but then now it puts like different, like a different mindset in my, and I just have different thoughts because of a lot of the things that actually happened on the show. It's interesting that he was there during a
Hmm.
major all of what was that's very interesting because it's some prime choice stuff that happened on this show, and I'm just like, whoa.
Oh yeah, no, I know, I know. Well, I'm gonna,
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm definitely, yeah.
Okay. So we have the pajama jammy jam. You know, everybody's vibing is cool or whatever. Steven feel it necessary to get a little brolic with himself, beside himself, and pick on Lil Man. And Lil
Hmm.
Man, you know, is not here for it. And
Mm-mm.
he's letting it know that, you know, Calvin's letting it know that he's the king and that's what it is.
As he should.
And you
Yep.
mad. And Calvin had a slick mouth on him. I was like, okay, man, you
No,
mad.
he did. That's one thing about Calvin. He's good with his words, and
Yeah,
he's funny at it too. It's
yeah.
hilarious.
So he's in the bathroom, and you know, Steven meets him in the bathroom. They have this exchange, and then there's a fight. Okay,
Hmm.
there's a fight. Where are you throughout this whole thing? Are you
I was in the room with the lizard, talking about shit that he felt like that we had that he felt some kind of way about because I said case name. So we're gonna get into that. But I was in the room with him, whatever, talking. So I heard the commotion, and then me and the lizard we ran out and we were trying to like figure out like what was going on. So all I saw was Kay grabbing Steven, like basically trying to break it up. And then Kay was like yelling like, "Can somebody like help?" Like, because you want more people to like break it up and stuff like that. So I didn't see like the fighting, but I heard the commotion and I came out when it was like being broken up.
were there
So,
any like was there any flirting going on when y'all were all in y'all little pajama jammies, you know, at this little party thing? Was anybody trying to get at you?
oh, Lilo was.
Oh. So
Hmm.
how was he trying to get at you?
So like okay, so there was a question that was asked, I think actually from Calvin. Calvin had asked like who would each person like fuck in the house? I don't know, or in the apartment, not the house. So it was something like that. So the questions went around to each person, and then I had said Case's name. Case said my name. So Lilo felt some kind of way about that.
Oh.
So when all of the fighting was going on, like before, like a little bit before the fighting was going on between Calvin and Steven, me and Lilo, we were actually in the bedroom because we were just talking. So he was just like, yeah, I feel some kind of way, and I was just like, about what? And he was just like, because when the question was asked, you said Case's name, and I thought you would have said my name, and I was like, I mean, I do think Case is attractive, and I told Lilo that I'm not on that kind of timing with him. Like, I told Lilo, I said, I don't think you're an ugly guy. I just don't look at you like that. That's it. Like, I don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could think somebody's not ugly and not look at them like that. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's really what it was with Lilo. Like, I never thought he was an ugly guy. I just never looked at him like that. He wasn't my type. So that's what I told him. So yeah, he was trying to, like he was a little salty about some things and, he was definitely trying to, shoot his shot, but he's not my type like that. He never was my type.
So a lot, and I may be fast forwarding. So if I fast forward and you want to mention something about
Hmm.
just let me know. But there's certain things stand in my mind about this whole season, and the biggest thing that stood in my mind about this particular season was Steven and his choice of words toward Calvin. Um,
What the racist comment?
yeah. Did you
Uh-huh.
what was going on through your mind at this particular time?
I'm not gonna lie, I was drunk and like I was laughing the whole time because I thought everything was funny. So I didn't really hear him say the racist comment. I was laughing, but I didn't hear the comment. I was just drunk.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be honest, I was just drunk.
Okay.
So I didn't really hear the comment.
Okay.
because I was so drunk, but I was just laughing at everything because I just thought everything was funny. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what happened with that.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
What at any point did you Case or Calvin, since Quran was there, did
Hmm.
y'all say to him, why is this guy here? Why is he in the spot? Why aren't we cooking him out? Or that was never a conversation and that was had.
We actually had that conversation like after the second time, which I don't want to jump too far because I know we're up to this part.
Yeah.
But yes, we had that conversation with him after the second time,
Okay.
when that happened. But Karan said that well, Gemini Films, whatever you want to call it, said that there was a conversation that they had with Steven and about the comment that he made or whatever I don't know. I don't recall that. I don't know if that happened like on another day, but I would say that the night, like the night of the slumber party,
Uh-huh.
that conversation never happened from what I saw. I don't know if that ever happened after that, because I don't know. I saw something. I don't know if you know, or I don't know. Like he posted something about like there was a conversation with Dumb and Steven about the comment that he made. Like I said, that conversation never happened that night. I don't know if it happened another night, so. I don't know. But like I said, the conversation with me, Kay, and Calvin, we did talk to around like why is Steven even allowed to come back after the second time he came?
Right. What was the room setup like? Because
The room.
yeah. So when y'all, so I know you said y'all was there for the weekend, but like, did the sleeping arrangements shift every weekend? Like, I saw people
Um,
on couches. I saw like three people in a bed. Like, what's the sleeping arrangement?
Me and Kay used to sleep in David and Amy's room. Those are the only rooms that were there in the apartment. So, and and there was an air mattress in the living room. And I mean,
Okay, I think somebody called them. You
yeah,
good?
yeah, somebody called me.
Somebody called you?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
no, I'm good. So there was an air mattress in the living room, but like if they wanted to sleep over, they could have slept on the air mattress. But I mean, we used to sleep in David and Amy's room, so yeah. So that's how the sleeping arrangements was. So me, Kay, and Calvin used to sleep in David and Amy's room because those were the only bedrooms in the apartment. So yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Hmm.
What was it like at night? Were there a lot of like sounds before we even get to the whole touchy feely kind of situation?
Hmm.
Before that, was anybody like yak yak and all that stuff in the bedrooms
Well, before like the touching
before
and stuff?
the sexual like touching you and all of that? Was anybody freaky dinky?
No, not that I know of. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. No, everybody. I mean, because the Steven and Calvin fight happened, so like everybody was still kind of like stuck on that, I guess. So so I mean, yeah, not that from what I recall, nothing happened like that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm probably jumping because I can't keep up with all the episodes. But
Hmm.
I wanna, and if I miss something, let me know now because I want to hear all the juice. You're giving me a lot of juice.
I'm gonna give you everything.
Okay,
Hmm.
so I want to jump to your situation
Uh-huh.
where y'all were in the bed, y'all were having. It seemed like everybody, you, Case, and Calvin were having a conversation. You were
Hmm.
dozing off. You were tired. I don't know if you were drunk at this particular moment.
I was very drunk
Okay.
that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're dozing off, you're tired or whatever, and then next thing you know, you was rubbed on, touched on, and
Hmm.
it became a fiasco. So I'm
Yeah.
asking you, right? Because
Hmm.
I could have swore you posted it on your stories and stuff, and you probably talked about it already.
I did because he makes up a lot of lies. I did.
Okay, so this is my question to you, because this is a serious situation. In my mind, it's a serious matter. May not be
Hmm.
serious for everybody else, but you were sleeping
Hmm.
and did not feel anybody touching you. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a yes, 100%.
Okay.
Like, hmm
My second question is, when you went to sleep, there were only two people on your bed, Calvin and Case.
yeah, and then Lilo was in the room, but I don't know if he was on the bed too, because we were all hanging out in the room. So
Okay.
from when, like, from what I remember, I went to sleep and it was Lilo, Kay, Calvin in the room, and then everybody else was in the living room. So yeah.
Okay. And so, from your recollection and how you know it to be, you were asleep, and then you wake up and you're told what?
So I wake up the next day and me and Kay we drove back to I went to go drop him off to Jersey. What?
This whole driving back and forth every weekend is killing me, bruh.
No, yeah, it really was. Like to drive all the way to Boston to deal with fucking like girly shit, it was just like a lot, you know?
That's a long ass drive.
It was like about like 3 hours, close to four. Oh no, it was like 3 hours and 30 minutes to like 4 hours. It
Yeah.
was from, from because I used to pick up Kay from Jersey, so from Jersey to Boston, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, so we woke up the next day. Mind you, Kay and Lilo had a whole argument that I had no idea about because I was sleeping. I was drunk sleeping,
Hmm.
and they had a whole argument that I had no idea about. So Kay was basically putting me on to what happened the next morning when we were driving back to Jersey to drop him off. And he told me that Lilo was like rubbing up on my ass as I was sleeping or whatever. Now, how the way it was explained to me, Lilo wasn't in my pants or anything like that. It just seemed like it was just like a little like, and then Kay stopped him because Kay was like, "Oh, he's sleeping," and then Kay stopped him. So then Lilo just stopped. So I didn't take it any kind of way because at those times, me and Lilo, we were yeah. Lilo told me he had a thing for me, but we were also cool at the same time. You get what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I never looked at Lilo as like a creep or anything like that. So when Kay explained it to me, I was just like. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like all of that happened as I was sleeping. Like I never like I didn't know because I was sleeping. I was drunk too, so I didn't take it any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because again,
Okay.
he wasn't in my pants. It was just like a little this, and then Kay stopped it.
Okay. So, do you? I'm gonna ask you. Do you
Mhm.
feel that Calvin blew it out of proportion during the house meeting and spoke for you, or did you and Calvin have a conversation before the house meeting? Like,
No, we did because if you seen, I don't know if you remember or not, because you say you didn't see the whole thing,
right,
but we had a conversation in Party City, and of course,
right,
Karan wanted us to talk about it.
because he
So
was
we
behind
had
the camera.
Yes, Karan was behind the camera.
Okay,
Yeah, he was behind the camera. So we were in Party City and he was filming the thing and he wanted us to talk about what happened the last time we were there. So basically, I was reenacting my reaction to when I was first told about the situation because when I was told about it, I didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was drunk sleeping. So when they told me about it, I was just like, "Oh, really?" Because I was just kind of like reenacting my reaction of how I reacted the first time because Quran wanted us to talk about it as if like it was like the next day. Does that make sense?
right, because it was the last week.
It was last week, but he wanted to make it seem like it was the next day.
Got
So that's really where that was. So Calvin also said that Lilo like rubbed his, thing on Calvin, I guess, whatever. There was so much that happened that I didn't even know. Like I guess there was another like an orgy that happened. I had no idea about any of that. You
okay,
get what I'm saying? That
okay,
Calvin had brought up.
okay,
So Quran honestly pushed the issue for Calvin to bring up that conversation in the meeting. So, for anybody that says, Calvin spoke up for you and this and that or whatever, I never felt any kind of way about the Lilo touching thing because it didn't seem like it was that serious. I'm not about to act on something just for the cameras.
yeah,
Justin is going to do what Justin wants to do. If Justin feels some kind of way about something, then I'm going to react on it if Justin feels some kind of way about something. I don't care about this person because, I have people like, oh, well, I would have. I don't care what you would have done. You're not on the show. I am. So I don't care what you would have done. What Justin feels is what Justin feels. I do what I want. So I didn't feel any kind of way about it. Karan was the one that pushed the issue for Calvin to bring it up in the meeting, and that's really what happened. Like, so that's why everything got brought up. So yeah.
okay, okay. That gives a little bit more substance to the particular issue. Because while the house meeting is going on, you seem so like removed from the
Hmm.
situation and not really engaging in any kind of communication. So it did come across like Calvin was defending not only
Right.
his honor but your honor, and you just
Right.
like, okay, whatever. And then
Hmm.
he ends up in an argument with Hayes, and it's like Justin ain't really saying much. So that's what it
Right.
looked like.
It looked like that. But honestly, too, I actually did say some things because there was a lot more that was said in the meeting because Hayes also was feeling like that that me and Kay separated the house or the apartment. I gotta stop saying that. Separated the apartment, and that he felt like that me and Kay sleeping in the bedroom, um, that he feels like us doing that is like making it seem like that we're better than them and
Okay.
stuff like that. And he feels like that we should all be sleeping in the living room on the air mattress. First of all, no offense, I'm not sleeping on an air mattress with a bunch of niggas. I'm not doing it. Sorry, not doing it. So like, I'm gonna continuously sleep in the bedroom, and that's what I told him.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, oh, like we're all in this experience together, so we should all be sleeping on it. I'm not sleeping on an air mattress with a bunch of guys. I'm not doing it. Like, like what is that? Like, I'm not doing it. So I told him, and Kate told him, and we said we're still gonna sleep in the bedroom. So all of that was cut out. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of looked like I was just sitting there, just like not really like saying much. But I spoke up on some things when I felt like I should speak up on, and I felt like by him saying that we should all be sleeping in the living room. No, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not. So
That's hilarious.
as as far as the Lilo situation though. The only problem that I had was when Lilo said that I wasn't sleeping when all of that was
Right,
going
because there was
on.
the going back and forth. He was like, it came across, if I remember correctly, it came across as if you were aware that he was touching you and that there was the
I
vibe
was
there,
no.
and like you was awake and you was ready for it and
Hmm.
whatever, whatever, whatever. That's
Right.
what I mean. That was how it came across.
No, yeah, I definitely was not aware of it, but like what bothered me was that he was like, "Oh, you was definitely awake," and I was like, "No, I wasn't." And after that, he was like, but I thought you was." I was like, "I definitely was not." And then I don't know, because like I said, honestly, I didn't watch the whole season either because the shows to me is like an embarrassment, so I didn't watch the whole season. But I don't know if this part was in the episode or not. Um, After all of that, Hayes left, and then I think Karan left too, and it was just me, Kay, Lilo, and Calvin. And Calvin, I mean, Lilo was apologizing to me, saying that, that he's sorry for what happened. And, it was a misunderstanding. Because I told him, I said, it's bothering me that you're sitting here saying that I was awake while all that was happening when I know I was asleep. And he was like, you know what, I'm going to apologize. And I'm sorry, it was a misunderstanding and stuff like that. Him and Calvin made up. Lilo was talking about how he doesn't like the show, how the show isn't for him, and that basically that the only reason why he did the show was because I think he said Jaleel was the one that, which is like another camera guy too, that asked him to be a part of it, and people was like that he should do it. So he was just basically talking about how he wasn't feeling the show. He was opening up to us about things like that, and being apologetic to me and Calvin, okay? And we were cool. So I don't want to jump in, but I'm sure we're gonna get into the part where I'm about to get into. But yeah.
You can keep going, brother. You can keep going.
So yeah, so basically, like he's being apologetic to me and Calvin. We're thinking we're cool now, everything is squashed, whatever, because we could have kept it as like it was a misunderstanding. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying? As far as like the Lilo and me situation, it
Yeah.
was a misunderstanding. You thought I was awake, I wasn't awake, whatever. We were cool at those times, so I never looked at Lilo as a creep. You get what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
never took it so personally. He wasn't in my pants. All he did was like a little this, and then Kay stopped it. That was it. Now Lilo did express to me that he was attracted to me, but that was it. You know what I'm saying? But we were also cool at those times. Then the next week comes, and then you see that Lilo wants to fight Calvin, and that was so unexpected.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about that. That's another for me. That's another like serious situation, right?
Hmm.
Where Calvin gets into three altercations in one day because I
Hmm.
didn't seen a lot on social media and a lot of the comments, And
Yeah.
the a lot of what people were saying was that they were upset that you
And
and
K.
Case
Right.
didn't get involved, didn't pull them apart, didn't stop
Hmm.
the fight, didn't whatever, whatever. And this guy is going toe to toe, thump for thump on
Hmm.
each of the dudes. So
Right.
where are you in this space? You know, he has the first fight with Hayes because they have
Hmm.
this argument about the night or whatever and who said what and what's going on,
Right.
and then they battle it out. I'm gonna ask you for that first situation. Did what you call it hit Hayes with something? Because
Calvin?
yeah,
No, he didn't.
okay. So
He didn't.
Hayes was looking lumped up, like
He was.
he was looking.
And Karan actually confirmed that because Hayes swore to God that he got hit with a picture frame or
Yeah.
whatever it was. And Karan actually looked back at the camera and confirmed that Calvin never hit him with any kind of weapon.
Okay. Okay. So we have that one fight with Hayes. Then he has another fight with Steven. Steven comes back out of nowhere. Like
Hmm.
he's just, hey everybody, he comes back. Why was Steven brought back? Because Hayes was scared? Is that the reason why?
That's the question that I want to know to this day because I felt like, okay, so here's the thing. So Hayes called Ty and was like that he just got into a fight and stuff like that. And Ty was like, "Did you get jumped? Did you get jumped?" And it's like, "Bitch, if you got jumped, you wasn't gonna do anything anyways because you're a punk ass bitch." So he was questioning that, and then, fucking, that's all I know that Hayes made a phone call to Ty, and then next thing you know, Hayes said that he was going downstairs. So we're thinking that he's getting Ty when he went downstairs because he said he was gonna go get somebody. We're thinking he's getting Ty.
Okay.
He comes back upstairs and it's Steven. Now, something that I still feel to this day, I feel like it was production's job to stop Steven from even coming in because Steven was not a part of the fucking cast. Why was he even a part? Why was he even allowed to come back into the apartment? Well, he's not a part of the cast. You get what I'm saying? So that's something that I don't understand. But again, Karan claimed that he didn't know. Even if you didn't know, you still should have stopped him from coming into the minute you saw Steven walk through that door, you should have
But
stopped
he
filming.
was the cameraman, right?
Yeah, he was the cameraman, but he should. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. He was right there filming shit. You know what I'm saying? He should have stopped that shit, put the cameras down, and should have been like, no, 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 like you're not a part of the cast.
So
And
Steven
he
was
should.
walking out of the elevator, coming in, and
Oh,
was
oh,
there.
is that what happened?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, what?
When Steven was coming into the apartment, Karan was the cameraman at
Oh
that.
no, no, that was actually the other cameraman.
Okay, okay,
That part. But I'm saying, but the minute Steven walked through the door to come into the apartment,
okay,
Karan should have stopped it.
okay,
And that's just really what it is. That's just how I feel
okay.
about it. That should
So
have been stopped.
Steven is feeling some sort of way. He decides to fight Calvin. Okay, boom. So then we get to this boy with the tooth taken out or whatever he went to the dentist for.
Hmm.
And so now he wants to fight Calvin all of a sudden. Why are you not stopping the situation? I'm just asking. What's going on through your mind?
So when he at first came in talking about where's Calvin at, I did try to stop it in the very beginning because again, I was trying to get I was trying to get to Lilo's head. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you was just cool with him last week, and now all of a sudden you wanna like fight him. Like, it doesn't make any kind of sense. To me, it was coming off like people was putting shit in his head, putting the battery in his back to make him want to fight Calvin because everybody else did not like Calvin. So now all of a sudden you want to fight Calvin, but last week you was just cool with him. So it just didn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So when you see him trying to go through the door, you see me stop. Like, I put my arm up and I stopped that because I was trying to get to him. Like, what are you doing? Because last week you was just cool with him. Again, if I wanted to fight Lilo at that time, I would have. And honestly, me watching it, I should have. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, it does look some kind of way that me and Kay didn't like fully have his back. But at the same, I'm gonna own that. But at the same time, though, like me and Kay was also cool with those people at that time. But we were more cool with Calvin, so we were trying to have Calvin's back the best way we can. You get what I'm saying? We didn't have no beef with them. You know what I'm saying? Calvin had the beef with them. But we were also more cool with Calvin. We were just trying to have Calvin's back the best way we can. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't fight Lilo at the door because I was also cool with Lilo at those times. I
Okay.
don't know if you've seen or not. After the whole fight, you see Lilo like, "Oh, why did you grab me at the door? I thought we were friends too."
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because we were cool at those times,
Yeah.
so that's why I also didn't fight him because I was cool with him, but I was also more cool with Calvin. So I was trying to have Calvin's back the best way I can, but I was also cool with Lilo. You get what I'm saying? So that's why me and Kay didn't like physically do anything. We just weren't gonna allow him to get like jumped.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if he would have got jumped, that would have been a whole nother story. But it was more so one-on-one fights. But again, like I'm gonna say this, like watching it back, like I wish I would have done more, and I'm gonna own that. I wish I would have done more. But like I said, we didn't have problems with those people, so we were just trying to have Calvin's back the best way we can.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. I respect that. I accept that. Okay. So there's three fights. There's a
Hmm.
lot going on. There's a lot of tension in this house. What are and I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm gonna ask you, what do
Hmm.
you say their names was Amy and who?
David.
Amy and David. What are they thinking about this? Because Amy and David sound white. So they
Yeah.
allowed all this to happen in the apartment? Or are they
Huh?
black? What's going on?
You,
Where were their minds thinking?
um. Well, here's the thing. So when me and Jeremy got into the fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Karan said I broke the TV when I was punching him.
Mm-hmm.
So the TV already got broken. So they didn't really want any more fighting after that because their TV already got broken.
Mm-hmm.
So when they found out that there was like three fights and stuff like that, they definitely felt like that it was just like getting out of hand at this point because I also think that something happened to the shower when Lilo and Calvin got into the fight. I think I don't know,
Yeah,
huh?
they tore it
Because
up.
yeah, 'cause I think like they went into the shower or something like that. So, like they were, they felt like that it was getting out of hand and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's how they felt. I don't even know why they even agreed to want the show to be filmed in their place. Anyways, but
Yikes. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yikes.
don't know.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hmm.
y'all go through all this. You, Calvin, and Case are closer.
Uh-huh.
Um, seems like there's some like feelings involved, like some three-way menagerie type feelings involved.
Uh-huh.
Calvin and Case have taken a shower together. Were you mad that they took a shower together?
I never was mad. I honestly, no, I really wasn't mad. I was actually dealing with some other kind of drama
Okay,
outside of the show.
okay,
So, I don't know if that because I didn't watch the whole season, so I
okay.
don't know how it looked, but I was told that I looked like I was like jealous or whatever. It never was like that. At the end of the day, like we're all single. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, yes, me and Kay definitely had an attraction for each other,
Y'all were on the
but
beach. Y'all had that beach conversation,
well,
and it was like, what are we gonna be? And
we
he came in and gave you the little kiss on the mouth, and
yes,
yeah, you
we
were looking all red and bashful and everything. It was
well,
real,
here's the thing.
real cute.
That scene was kind of forced because Karan again wanted that to happen. So he wanted us to film he wanted us to film on the beach, and it was just kind of like awkward because it was just like, all right, like what do we do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like Kay went for the kiss, and I kind of was being awkward about it. I was like laughing because I was just like, because we didn't want to do that. We didn't. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like
Wow,
somewhat forced because the cameras was rolling, so we just didn't know what to do.
wow.
So yeah, so it looks like that like Calvin was trying to like get in between me and Kay and stuff like that. That's not the case. Like it never was like that.
So
You know what
when
I'm saying?
Calvin kissed Case at the club, you wasn't in your fifis about it.
I was hooking up with a whole nother girl that night. I had no idea. I didn't even care what they were doing. They were kicking it with each other that night. I was kicking it with a whole nother girl. So
Oh,
I didn't really care what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
it didn't look like that, but okay. you hear the same.
But that's what I'm saying. But it looks like that I was like jealous or like I said, like Calvin was trying to get in between us. But no, like it really wasn't like that. When Calvin and the kid was making out, they were doing them. I was doing me. So that's
Okay,
just
that's
really
what's
what it
up.
was.
It's just nice to know that. That's water you drinking, or that's clear liquor.
Oh no, this is water.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so that's nice to know because when I tell you that kiss, they boy, woo, they was swallowing each other's face on that
Oh
kiss.
no, they were.
And then right after that, we see you like, oh, we need to talk. We need to talk right now. Let's go over here and talk. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wait, after the club?
Yeah, apparently you needed to talk the case, and it was like some energy he was giving you, and then I guess he was
Honestly,
drunk, and there was a
yeah,
lot going on. It just seemed
we were
like
all drunk that night. We were all
okay,
drunk that night. It was just a lot going on. But like I said, like nobody ever cared about what Kay and Calvin did. I don't care. I never cared. Like I said, they were doing them. I was doing me, and we were all having fun. Like that's it.
did you get in the shower with anybody at the apartment?
No, I would never get in the shower with dirty people like that.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I like
Okay.
no.
When
Ugh.
you heard about the orgy that was happening at the house, what was going on through your mind? Like when you had knocked out and whatever, and then you heard that they was yakking and gawking.
I mean, I wasn't really surprised. I kind of felt like that's what they wanted from jump. Like I kind of felt like, like that's just what they wanted. They wanted us to have orgies. It was just the vibe that they were giving. First of all, none of them were my type. So I would never be a part of any of that. And I felt like they wanted that, but I wasn't surprised when I heard about it. I wasn't.
Okay, so Stephen Lewis is saying unless Karan lied, he definitely put some text in the episode and said that you were mad at Case. And
Wait,
Karan
he put a text in it?
for bro, that's messy boots. Okay,
Wait,
maybe
wait. He put a text in it that I was mad?
I guess that's what Stephen
I
is saying.
I don't know because I don't watch the season. I didn't
Yeah,
because
I didn't. I was fast forwarding too. So I
well, if he did, then that's a lie because that's not true. And Kay and
okay,
Calvin know that. It's not even true,
okay,
you know?
okay, cool. So I could be jumping, but we get a new guy out of nowhere. Do you know why we got a new guy?
That was like a little traumatizing for me because I was just like, why is he? It just seemed like he just picked up like, I don't want to even say that because I don't want to sound mean, but it just seemed like he just picked up somebody with problems to be a part of the show. And it was just like, I don't know, like I just didn't understand it. The guy had severe issues. I don't know. It was a lot.
Okay. So, but again, out of nowhere, he just shows up. Did y'all know that y'all were getting a new guy, or
Well, we knew ahead of time. We knew the night, like we knew that night because he did say he wanted to bring in a new boy, but we didn't know it was gonna come that same night.
okay? Who did he replace?
Nobody.
So he was just brought on, just to be
He was
brought
just
on.
brought on just to see, like I guess to spice it up. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
And like I said, anyways, we're gonna get go ahead, ask your questions.
So y'all go to the club. We got a new guy. The vibes seem to be cool before y'all go to the club. Y'all go to the club, and he seems to be immediately attracted to Lilo, and then they're having their little moment or whatever they got going on. And then there's like this altercation or about to be altercation between Calvin and Tynell
hmm
because of what was said. Can you shed some light on that particular situation?
Okay, so basically the night that Calvin got into the three fights, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the night that Calvin got into the three fights. So apparently, the night of the slumber party, I think from what Calvin said, and I could be wrong, but from what I remember, Calvin said that Ty was talking a lot of shit about Rocky, saying how Rocky's weird and he don't really fuck with Rocky like that and stuff like that. I don't know, some shit like that. So the night that Calvin got into the three fights, you hear Ty talking about, oh, you beat his ass, talking about Lilo beating Calvin's ass. So Calvin felt some kind of way about that because he was like, I never had any kind of issues with Ty. So why is he coming in saying, like, oh, he beat your ass, whatever the case may be. So basically, Calvin told Rocky that Ty was talking about him. So that same night, Rocky called Ty on FaceTime and was trying to ask Ty like, why am I hearing that you're talking, crazy shit about me, saying that I'm weird or whatever the case may be. Ty was like, oh, get off my phone. You know that's not true. I would never say something like that, and was just denying the whole thing. So
Mm,
basically, Ty was already feeling some kind of way that Calvin told Rocky that he was talking shit about, told Rocky that Ty was talking shit about Rocky or whatever. So Ty was ready for, so they already had their like little thing from that point
right,
because from Ty's mouth, Calvin is lying, but Calvin's saying that's really what happened. I don't see why Calvin would make up some shit like that. I
right.
mean, it doesn't make any kind of sense. So there was already some kind of issues from that point. So that's pretty much what escalated to that night of, them getting into it.
Were you in the house when Calvin and Case had their problem with the new guy?
I was sleeping.
Okay, okay. Do you
Yeah, I
know
was.
any inside about it or?
I mean, they told me that basically, I don't really know what happened, but all I know is that something about like, they were talking about like that the Lilo situation with the touching, and then the guy was so drunk that he thought that they were gonna touch him while he was sleeping, so he took that out of context. Like I don't know. And then that Kay was sleeping, and then this guy actually had his pants in. I mean, had his hands in Kay's pants when Kay woke up. So I don't know. I don't know too much detail about that because I was sleeping,
Okay,
but it was something like that.
okay.
That the guy had his hands in Kay's pants, and that he was trying to accuse them for trying to touch him. I don't know. It was something like that. I was sleeping when all that happened.
Before we get to this reunion, is there anything you want to say about what happened in the apartment?
Did I miss anything? I'm trying to think. No, 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 no. There's some more things I have to say. So I have some things I have to say.
Okay,
So okay, so after the boy, okay, so after all that happened with the arguing and stuff like that, the next day, I had woke up to go out because, I was just so tired of coming to Boston and dealing with, the weirdo behavior and stuff like that. I really was. So I woke up the next day and I wanted to go out to eat by myself, just be by myself. I wanted some me time. I did. So I went out by myself and, I come back and then Kay and Calvin wanted to go to a hookah lounge or something like that. So I was definitely with it because I love hookah, you know, my hookah pen. So we wanted to go to a hookah lounge. So the boy was like, "Oh, I'm from Boston, so I'm gonna show you guys around, whatever." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So we're driving to the boy's house, and as we're driving, Calvin goes and says, "Oh, be careful with Rocky," to me. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Because he's saying that production wants him to fight you." So I fucking stopped my car and I turned into somebody's driveway to turn around to go back to that motherfucking apartment and turn shit up because I'm out with the setup shit. So as I'm doing that, Kane Calvin was like, "No, no, 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 like don't do that, whatever." Because I really was gonna do it because I'm out with the whole setup shit. So I reversed back and I was on my way back to the shit because I was gonna turn up because I'm out with the setup shit. You get what I'm saying?
right.
So then Kay called Karan and asked him like, like what's going on. So then, he called Karan so that we won't have to go back, so then we don't have to like, act a fool or whatever. So Karan was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, I would never do anything like that or whatever the case may be. He was like, I'm gonna call Rocky and ask him like what's going on. So he calls Rocky, then calls back, and then says, so I had got off the phone with Rocky, and Rocky said that that never that conversation with Calvin, as far as him saying that production wants him to fight me, never happened. He said what he did say was is that I come in with braids and it bothers him to the point where like he feels like that we're gonna get into a fight because I come in with braids. You can't make the like
Okay.
so what I what okay so when I heard that I laughed because I'm just like So my braids bother you to the point where you feel like we're gonna get into a fight. So I felt like that was kind of weird. You get what I'm saying? So then we go to the boy's house so he can change, and that was a whole nother story. It was a hot mess. He ended up holding his back. We were supposed to go to the hookah lounge by like 7. He ended up holding his back. We couldn't go into the hookah lounge. We tried to go to the hookah lounge at like 10 o'clock. We couldn't get into it because he's not allowed in the hookah lounge because he's kicked out of it. It was too much. So then we ended up going back to the apartment. Rocky and Karan was there.
Who's kicked out of the lounge?
The new boy.
Oh, okay. So he was driving with y'all to go to the hookah lounge.
Yeah, we went to his place so he can go change. And then
Got
so much happened with that because we got held back. And then by 10 o'clock, then we were trying to go to the hookah lounge.
got you,
And then when we went there, he couldn't even go in because he was kicked out.
got
So
you.
that was like a whole thing. So then we went back to the apartment, and then we walked in, and then Karan and Rocky was there. So we walk in, and then Rocky's doing like like twirling his hair up with his sneakers on, as if like he wanted to do something. So I dropped my bag, and then I went like to the kitchen where he was at, and I was across from him from like it was like on like the island. Because I'm saying, like, you have so much to say. If you want to do something, then do something. Like, I'm not the one with the problem. You are. You know what I'm saying? You're saying about braids and you feel like we're going to fight. It's weird because you and I, we were cool. You get what I'm saying? You fucking drank off my bottles. You smoked off my hookah. You know what I'm saying? Like a bum bitch because you couldn't afford your own. And that's really what the fuck it was. All of a sudden, you have so much to say
Do you
behind my
think?
back.
Do you think? Because I'm only saying this because of the clip that I saw, or the scene that was in the reunion situation where he was saying and made it known that the only people that are not black in the show was Justin. So do you think he had an issue with the fact that you're not black and you have cornrows? Is that
He had an issue because here's the thing. So like when I talk, like I'm Puerto Rican, and when I talk, the environment that I grew up around, I tend to say the word like the N word. You know what I'm
okay?
saying? Not in any other way. It's just how I talk. You get what I'm saying? And it's just how I talk because it's just how the way I grew up. You get
Okay.
what I'm saying? So there was a time when we was out for brunch and I had said it because it slipped up because that's just how I talk. It's nothing like what I'm saying. It's just how the way I talk. And Karan was like, and I was like, what? And he was just like, oh, you. And he was like, you said the N word. I was just like, yeah. I'm like, I mean, I don't mean it in any kind of way. And he
Yeah.
was just like, but you're not black. And I'm just like, I'm like, okay, well, Puerto Ricans come from black, but I mean, okay, but I mean, if that's really what you want to say.
Okay.
So I had a conversation with Rocky about it after that, and Rocky and me had a conversation, and I told Rocky about it. He understood where I was coming from. So I don't know, because I saw that in the reunion
Uh
when he
huh.
brought it up, and he was like, Justin is like the only one that's not black on the cast, and he's saying the N word. Me and Rocky had a conversation about it on the show that wasn't filmed though, and he was understanding where I was coming from. Now all of a sudden you have a problem with it? Like you're just a weird ass bitch. I swear to God, he's fucking that. Rocky is weird. Something is really wrong with him. Like people, like they say they like him and stuff like that, but that girl is weird.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
seriously.
That's some insight. Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you just some out of the show kind of questions. All right. So what do you think about the reunion being on OnlyFans?
In my honest opinion, I don't understand it because Karan mentioned that because of the fighting and stuff like that, that YouTube was going to be funny about it. But he posted so many other reunions that had fights in it, and there was no issues with it. So I don't understand what's so different about this one. That's just my opinion.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? Because he does production, I do production. So I went to episode one of the show, and I see that he have an age advisory on his video. And once you get an age of advisory on your video, you can't monetize it. You can't do anything with it.
Hmm.
And I also see that he has a lot of copyright stuff on his videos too, from music, using music. So he's not making no money from at least any of the videos. And that's for you guys out there that's viewing this interview. If you look at any of the Bad Boys Club stuff, if there's an age advisory or any copyright underneath the video, he ain't making no money from it. So I want to put that out there and make sure that everybody understands that. So
Hmm.
um him putting it on OnlyFans from a financial reason makes sense because he's not making. If every video it has a strike on it, he's not making no money from it. So I just want to put that out
Okay.
there. So that's
Well,
that.
I mean, I don't know much about how YouTube works, so I mean, maybe that might be the case. I mean, if
Yeah.
that's what it is, and
And
you
I'm
know,
not saying that that's his reasoning for it. I'm just saying that that makes sense from a business stance. That makes sense. Next question I want to ask you: were you offered any money to be on this show?
okay, so we had a contract that stated that we were getting paid, but it didn't state how much we were getting paid. So, I mean, yes, I mean, but here's the thing, I wanted to get into that too because so when the fight happened with me, Jeremy, Case, and Rocky, the TV got broken. So he said, and
You had
even
to
in the
pay for it.
contract, huh?
You had to pay for it.
That's what it said in the contract. It said that anything you break, you have to pay for. Now, he said that anybody involved in the altercation has to pay for the TV. Okay?
Hmm.
So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I mean, honestly, I mean, everybody was telling me that really and truly we shouldn't have to pay for anything because it's his show. So really, he should be paying for it. But at the same time, it was in the contract. We signed it, whatever. But he did state that whoever was involved in the altercation has to pay for the TV. When we get our payment, I hear that Kay's getting more than me, Rocky got more than me, and he took more out of my shit. So I was confused about that. I just didn't understand that because he stated whoever was involved in the altercation equally has to pay for the TV. So why is it that more money is getting taken out of my payment than theirs?
Next question: did you get paid every weekend?
No,
Okay. Did you
nope,
did you receive any money at all after the show is wrapped and the reunion is wrapped? Did you get paid at all?
$50.
Oh, oh,
Hello?
yeah. So after all this you went through, fights and all of everything that's going on, you got paid a flat rate of $50.
hmm Due to the TV situation.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
if the TV wouldn't have broke, how much would you got paid?
I don't, well, like I said, he never stated how much we were getting paid.
Okay,
So I don't know how much I would have gotten paid, but like I said, like I know that he took money out of my stuff because of the TV, which I mean, again, he told us that, but it was just more so that Kay, Rocky, from what I know, got more than I did. So,
okay.
you know.
Going to this reunion, where's your mind? There's been, stuff on social media,
Oh,
stuff in
I was
the game.
ready to like beat niggas, like beat ass, period. Like I was on that kind of timing.
Why?
Because first of all, hold on, my headphones are gonna die. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Um, Hold on. So I was going there because first of all, because of the payment, I was just like fuck this reunion kind of shit. I'm not even gonna lie. And also like Lilo was in his confessionals talking hot and crazy behind my back, talking about, oh, he was awake while I was doing that. He's a scary bitch. When I was addressing him about himself, first of all, I'm never scary. That's one. You get what I'm saying? I'm
Okay,
looking at your face telling you about yourself, and you did nothing about it. And you want to be in your confessionals talking about, oh, I'm scary, but I'm in your face telling you about yourself. So who the fuck is like who the fuck is scary is you. You get what I'm saying?
okay,
Also, you also want to be like in your confessionals, oh, I faked apologize. If you really felt like that I was awake while all of that was going on, why would you fake apologize? Because you was copping the plea because you're a pussy bitch, and that's really what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? So I was really actually going to beat his ass. And then Ty was gonna get it next because Ty wants to be in his confessionals talking about, oh, I stuttered when he asked me about the co-signing and I don't want no smoke and stuff like that. So the two bum bitches that said I didn't want smoke, I was gonna beat them the fuck up and give them the smoke that they said that I didn't want to give them.
Oh.
So that's what I was gonna do.
Oh.
I beat one up, but it's okay because K beat up the other one. I wasn't able to get to Lilo because it was like a whole bunch of shit going on. But Ty got mopped at the reunion, had him on the floor like this while I was punching his shit. Yeah, sure the fuck did.
Okay.
Great about it.
Okay, you intense right now. Ooh, that chest got up, boy.
I don't like them. I really cannot stand them. They could choke and die. I don't give a fuck about them. That's how I feel about them.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. All right. So you coming to the reunion, you is ready for all the smoke.
100%.
All the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you from the reunion that I saw, because I supported the Gemini films. I paid the subscription and supported or whatever. So from the reunion that I saw, Karan was making his rounds with the cast. It seemed like Karan was really with the other side more in the footage, and then he only like came to y'all room for like 2 seconds, gave you a hug, and left. Is that how it went, or did y'all have more of a conversation?
That's how it went.
Oh, okay. Was there any beef with Karan leading up to the reunion?
There was no beef, but it was just things that happened that I questioned, Kay questioned, and then Calvin also questioned too. So also I know that Calvin and Karan had some kind of like a little tension with each other before like a little bit before the reunion. Calvin had text Karan basically going off about the payment that Calvin got because he thought that we were getting more money and stuff like that. And they got into it from that. So there was already tension between them two. So I guess Karan felt like because we're cool with Calvin, maybe that's why he was more with Thumb. And that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, I'm not bothered. I don't really give a fuck.
Okay. So from the first part of the reunion, it seemed like the majority of that episode was a lot of the getting to the reunion part. And the other side of the house was more or less excited to get back, excited to air out whenever ever needed to be aired out, or whatever the case may be. And y'all was on some like, it's on site, I'm ready to go. Why do you think the dynamic was so like we ready to punch and they ready to like have a reunion? Why do you think
About that life? They're not. They're not about that life. They talk mad shit. You know what I'm saying? You had Lilo and Ty were the two biggest confessional gangsters on the motherfucking show. You know what I'm saying? And you guys talk hot first, like on some real shit. Like Hayes was talking about he wants to beat up Calvin when he sees him at the reunion. Like it's so weird. Like that's what he was posting. You know what I'm saying? Rocky was talking, and also like what the I don't know. Did you see the reunion or no? Like the first part.
Yeah, I did.
So like Rocky mentioned something about like, oh, Calvin he wants to
yeah.
That's what happened though. That's not what happened. Calvin was talking about he wants to line up Lilo, Ty, and Hayes, and Rocky, looking for a moment, said, "Oh well, you're gonna have to line me up too." Rocky involved himself in that drama because he wanted a moment. His storyline on the show was getting tossed on the couch. That's what it was. He didn't have a storyline. So he was trying to involve himself in drama because he wanted moments because he didn't have moments on the show. His moment was getting tossed on the couch. So it's just like it doesn't make any sense. That's why like when like I told you about like the braid thing, like he was like trying to comfort me with the braids. I told Ken and I told Calvin, I said, I'm not giving him the moment he's looking for. I'm not gonna do it. You want to know why? Because sometimes you can't give everybody what they're looking for. It's clear as day that that bitch is looking for a moment, and I'm not about to give her that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I want to ask you a question, right? Because we have people leaving a ton of comments and people watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to get clarification on where your mind is, I'm gonna give you two perspectives. Same thing to the audience as well. I understand growing up in New York, the language that you use and how you are around the people that you grow up in. So the N word comes across, it's like nothing. I get that. But my question to you is, do you understand that if you are in a crowd of black folk and you use that word, that they could take it a certain way and that you should not use that word?
My thing is that I feel like the N word shouldn't be used. Period. I feel like it shouldn't be
Okay.
blacks, whites, or Spanish. I don't know why anybody would want to claim that word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, people are like, "Oh, well, you're not black, so you should be saying that." Really and truly, nobody should be saying it. Why
Okay.
would I claim that word?
Okay. But again, I'm gonna ask you because I understand what you're saying. I understand both sides of it. I don't think the word should be used either. But
Hmm.
again, I'm gonna ask you, if you are in front of a black person and that word comes out of your mouth, and a black person says, "Hey, I don't like that word used around me," are you then gonna still use the word, or are you gonna not use the word around that person?
No, I respect that,
Okay.
but
Okay.
like sometimes when I say it, I
Yeah.
don't. I say it because that's just how I talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
Okay.
like if that's how you feel, I respect that. But again, like I will also mention that sometimes when I say it, it just comes out of my mouth without even realizing that I'm saying it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was in New York for 14 years, so I already know what it is. I mean, I get it. So I'm not saying I feel some sort of way. I just want to make sure that you are aware
Mhm.
that if you are around certain individuals that may feel some sort of way, that you remove that from your speech so that you don't, disrespect anybody. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So going back to the reunion, um, again, we get a lot of the beginning, like leading up to the reunion, and then I think it's like 5 minutes before the reunion is over, and then y'all. It seemed like y'all ain't waste no time. Uh, I think it was Lilo. Lilo got caught, and I do appreciate the fact that he got caught because, and I just watched the episode back before talking to you, and I was like, yeah, he had ample opportunity to smack Holmes in the face, and he did not do it. I also saw that he said on the confessional that the reason he didn't hit Case was because he didn't want to be the first one to fight.
No,
I
he
don't, I don't think that was the case. I think that he was just scared. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because Case was. Case is hilarious. I'm doing an interview with Case next week, but Case was really in his face the whole time. It was like, "What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing." So at the reunion, when he was like, when Lilo said out his mouth, "So what you want to do? You want to fight?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
I was taken back too because I didn't think he had the balls like that. But I mean, but then again, they're delusional. Like they're delusional. Like I don't know. I don't know why he thought that by him asking Kay, "Do you want to fight?" Like what? Like did he think that it was gonna work in his favor? I don't know. Like they're just delusional.
Kay
So,
was Kay was funny the way he like sat up and was like ready to go, and then Lilo said what he said,
but
and then he just got up.
but that's the thing. That's how you know they're not about the life. Because if somebody did this to me, um, I'm gonna get up from my seat and I'm gonna be like, all right, so what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're giving me that kind of like body movement that you're about to pop. You get what I'm saying? So why are you still sitting down when he's moving like this? And then also ask him, do you want to fight? And then sitting down when you're asking him, do you want to fight? Like that doesn't even make any kind of sense. You should have got up first. The minute he said that, Kay got up instantly and knocked him right back to the couch. So
I, from what it looks like, that looked like that happened because it seemed like Case came strong with the punch, and then like the cameras was all over the place, and you couldn't really see what was going on.
it was
So I'm assume that y'all basically wrecked the reunion. Nothing. There was no more conversation after that, or was there?
no, that was it. Like literally everything just kind of like went left. Like they started fighting and then more shit happened and the more shit happened. It was like a lot.
Did the audience get into the fight, or
No,
did they stay seated?
they stayed seated, which I was actually surprised about because I thought maybe they would have gotten involved, but they actually didn't.
That's a good thing.
Hmm.
So who got beat up? I'm gonna ask you just a straight question. Did you get beat up?
Never.
Did
No,
Case get beat up?
not at all.
Did Calvin get beat up? I saw Calvin grab like a ring light. Who did he hit with the ring light?
He had haze with the ring light.
Jesus, y'all just destroying all this shit. Was this at Amy and David's place, or was this somewhere else? I'm just trying to know because I could just imagine Amy and David is like pulling their hair out at this point. Like, oh my God, not another fight. Like what?
was at some auditorium. I don't even know what it was.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um,
I'm gonna keep going. Did Hayes get beat up?
okay, so because everything happened so fast, I was actually in my own battle. I don't really remember, or I didn't see Hayes and Calvin get into it. I don't know. I do know that Calvin hit him with the ring light, and I think Calvin hit him a few times, but I don't really think they got to fight like that. But what I will say, the two people that really got beat up was Ty and Lilo.
Okay, 'cause I was gonna say so. Lilo got up to fight. Well, Case got up to fight Lilo, and Lilo got up and got hit. Apparently, so says the camera. Why? When and why did you get up? Why did you get up?
Because okay, so I got up when they started fighting because I saw everybody else getting up, so I got up because I was trying to make sure that he wasn't going to get jumped. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
They were fighting. The reason why I got to fighting was because Calvin was trying to fight Rocky, I think it was, and then you have fucking bitch Tynell come in and sneak him from the side and popped him on the side of his head or whatever he did, or on the eye. So the minute I saw that, that's when you saw me just run up and I just snuffed him because Calvin's trying to fight somebody and then you want to sneak him. Like this is what I'm trying to say. Y'all be on some weirdo shit. So since you want to do that, now I'm gonna pop you, bitch.
So let me go back because I just want to make sure I heard you right because I was looking at the comments as well as you were talking. So Case and Lilo fought.
Yeah.
And from what I remember, Calvin said that he was held back in some room or whatever. He couldn't come out. Is that once they started fighting? Is that when Calvin came out, or you got up and fought somebody?
No. So they started fighting. Calvin came out and threw coffee on Hayes, like from the stage. And then when he threw the coffee on Hayes, then I guess Rocky, threw a cup at him or something.
Okay.
I didn't see that happen. Calvin told me that that's what happened, and then they were trying to fight each other, but then security was, blocking them. So as Calvin's trying to go at Rocky, you have Ty come in and then punch Calvin on the side and hit him in the eye, and thought that was cute. So I fucking ran up and I slugged him, and then I whooped his ass.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
When does all the fighting stop? Because it seemed like, well, not it seemed like in the visual, you see everybody like running down steps and running to get somewhere. Like, did y'all run or something? And they were running after you? Like, why was we running to get somewhere?
We would never run.
Okay.
Security basically got in the way. They broke me and Ty up. Lucky for him, had security broke that up because it would have been really bad for him. But basically security was just breaking up everything. Yeah, that's pretty much what stopped it, but we never run from them.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So how did that end? Like, did y'all because I see like Quran crying and like people are holding each other back and like how do you know that the reunion's done? Like who comes to you and says it's over? Y'all gotta drive back home. Like
So there was so basically Quran comes into our dressing room. So security brought me to our dressing room, brought me to the dressing room. And then I don't know, I think Kay and Calvin came. I don't know if security brought them too. All I know is that we were all three in the dressing room and stuff like that. And Quran comes in, he was already mad at Calvin for coming out when he wasn't supposed to. But I didn't understand why Calvin was even in the back to begin with. Calvin should have been with us. Like, I don't know why he had to wait to come out anyways. So I didn't understand that.
Okay.
So Ron was mad that Calvin came out. So they got into it. They were like in each other's faces, arguing and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what happened. But then there was a security guard that said that we should leave now because the cops, if it keeps going, that the cops are going to get called. And actually, I heard the siren too because we were in the dressing room and I heard like sirens going on. And not for nothing, like I have a job and I'm not about to have this little ass show like get me fired because I take care of disabled people if I was to get arrested due to violence, I'm losing my job, so it's not worth it. So
Makes
it,
sense. Makes sense.
mm,
So when you look back at it now, again, this is me asking you questions. Would you ever do another Gemini Films production?
I'm literally done with like any kind of web reality show, only because it the pay doesn't be enough, and it just brings you unnecessary drama. Also, doing this Bad Boys Club for Gemini Films, it was actually unsafe. It really was because nobody's being checked at the door. You get what I'm saying? As far as like anybody can come up with weapons, mind you. Another little tea that I'm gonna tell you. Rocky told me, Kay, and Calvin the day that Kay and Jeremy got into the fight, and then Jeremy, and Kay and Rocky got into the fight. Jeremy had brought in a taser because he was planning on tasing Kay that same day. So this is what I'm trying to say. Nobody's being checked at the door. Anybody could walk in with any kind of weapons. So all of that was going through my head already. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I do another Gemini film. I'm just done. I'm done.
Okay. Okay. So before I let you go, I'm gonna give you guys, whoever's watching, an opportunity to put a question in that maybe I didn't ask. Maybe you have questions. If you have a question, write the word question and then say your question. If you have a question. On top of that, I'm gonna play a little game with you. I played it with Calvin at the end of his interview. It's called Choose One, and you can only choose one or the other. You can't say neither. You can't say both. You have to be a grown man and choose one. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna start it off easy. Let's see. DC or Marvel? I don't even know if you know what that is.
Marvel, but what's DC?
DC is the other side of the DC universe. Like they have like the Marvel Comics, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. Yeah, you
Marvel.
don't watch DC.
No.
Okay. We're gonna get a little spicy with it. Dick or ass? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Dick or pussy, since you're bi.
um, I mean, I'm attracted to both. I mean, you know.
Gotta choose one.
Oh my god. I mean, I have more experience with men, so I'm gonna say dick because I have more experience with men. I mean, I fuck with females, but I have more experience with men, so I'm gonna say
Okay. Tall or short?
tall.
Okay. Lilo or Hayes?
Hayes.
Okay. Rocky or Karan?
Quran.
Okay. Calvin or Case?
um, I mean, I love them both. I mean, but I'm gonna say K because we've met first, and we've been doing this since day one. So
House, beach house or apartment?
beach house.
Amy or David? I think that's what the names you said.
Yeah. I mean, I love them both once again, but I would say me and Amy kind of like clicked more. So
Okay.
like I
Okay.
like
Okay. East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast. I'm from the East Coast.
Boston or New York?
New York. Fuck Boston.
Rihanna or Beyonce?
Rihanna.
Okay. Jay-Z or Drake?
Hmm. Drake.
Okay. Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Cardi B.
Oh, what's your favorite Cardi B song?
Um. Honestly, I might go with names like that. What is it called? Is it
She got
called
a video for it?
who?
She got a video for it?
Is it called Bodak Yellow?
Okay, yeah, that's what put her on the map.
That, but I do listen to songs and stuff but I'm not good with names like that.
Okay, okay. R&B or hip hop?
R&B.
Okay. A black boy in the bed or a white boy in the bed?
Black boy.
Ah, okay. You said that kind of like black boy. That's hilarious. Your favorite vacation, would it be um going to the beach, enjoying the ocean, or going to Vegas and partying?
Going to Vegas and partying.
Okay. Where's the furthest you've been traveling?
The furthest I've been, I want to. I mean, in America. I mean, Vegas, Miami.
Okay.
Um, in America, I've never been outside of the country.
Okay. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get to these questions real quick and see what they got to say.
Okay.
Starting with, and then I'm gonna wrap up with you in a couple minutes. I
Uh,
don't want to hold you the whole entire day. I know you got your life to get to.
nah,
So starting with Noah's revelations. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
All right. Next, we got EDT says, "Can I get your number?"
Sure, DM me.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. All right. We got God is saying, "Can you be by for me?"
I am buying. I mean, I'm buying in general.
There you go. Stephen Lewis says, "Justin, do you feel like production lied at any time to start drama for the show?"
Um, I don't think production like lied to start drama. I don't think they lied to start drama. Do things to make like to spice up. That makes sense.
Okay. Calvin says, "Who had the most chemistry between the three of y'all? Case, Justin, and Calvin."
I would say me and Kay.
All right. Next question. Out of all the zodiac signs, which is your favorite and which is your least favorite?
Um,
Leo is the favorite. That's it. That's it. That's it. Ain't no other favorite. What you talking about?
I would say Aquarius because wait, did they say other than mine?
Yeah. What's your favorite and what's your least favorite?
Listen, I mean Leos are good, but Aquarius are the best.
Okay, interesting. Next question is, what was your favorite thing about Boston, and what was a fun moment on the show we didn't see or didn't get aired?
My what did it say? My favorite about Boston. Um, well, nothing was really a favorite of mine going to Boston, so that's just really what that is.
Okay.
Far as a good time, you said going to Lucky Strike, we had fun all the time when we used to go there.
Okay. Okay. Next question. Let's see. Does Justin feel the cast should be paid more from what comes in from the OnlyFans airing of the reunion?
Yeah, I do.
All right, straight into the point. And the last two, what are your thoughts on Leo?
Lilo or
Or I guess he's saying on a Leo, I guess.
on a Leo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've
Ain't
only
nothing to say. We the best. I mean, we the best.
I never heard anything bad about Leos, so I mean,
There it is. And the last question, are you a February or January Aquarius?
I'm a January.
All right. All right. Well, listen, this has been great. It's been a long ass interview. It's an hour and some change, an hour and about to be 50 minutes. But I
Yeah,
appreciate you for coming on and letting us know everything. The T, you dropped a lot of bombs today, man.
I did.
Bombs.
That's what I wanted to do.
Is there anything at all last that you want to get off your chest, say to the people that's watching, say to any of the castmates, say to Calvin, Case? I saw y'all was hanging out recently or whatever, or maybe those are old videos and clips, but
No, no.
y'all still cool, right?
Oh yeah, no. We talk like almost every day.
Okay, dope, dope. Yeah. So what do you want? Your last little bit that you're gonna give out.
I mean, I feel like I had everything. I feel like I said everything. I mean, I don't really feel like there's really much for me to say. I said everything. Like I spilled everything that happened behind the scenes. what I felt happened in the scenes. I talked about everything. So
You talked about it. Yeah, you talked about a lot. We've been on this interview for an hour and 50 minutes.
I told you.
Yeah, you did. You did. Steven wants to know, do you think the man, oh child, y'all funny.
Who?
Do you think the man conducting this interview is sexy? Hey,
Very, very attractive. Very attractive.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's what's up. That's what's up. It's the Leo energy, baby. It's the Leo energy. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna put this out in the atmosphere. You, me, Calvin, and Case, we gotta hang out. We gotta do something. We gotta vibe. We gotta. I don't drink as much as y'all do. You know, I'm a little chill now. Y'all be taking that shit back, but we definitely need to hang out and have a good time. Y'all look like a good vibe.
Theater event in October if I can.
So listen, hey, that would be hot. That would be hot because I told Calvin, and Calvin was like, "Yeah, I want to come." I don't know if I told Case, but if all three of y'all come, that'll be.
No, me, Calvin talked about it yesterday because he told me you invited him. You also sent me something about it. So
That
yeah,
would be dope.
trying to
That
go.
would be dope. And if y'all do come, let me know, and then I'll just put y'all on the list so y'all can have a seat.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, y'all don't have to pay, but yeah, just that'll be what's up. Yeah, we could. Yeah, that'll be a good night. That'll be a good time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you with that. And y'all are asking a lot of questions, but hey, it's over. We done had this man on this thing for a long time. So look, if y'all want to catch up on what we talked about, go back to the very beginning and figure it out. But Justin, you are a good guy. I can't wait to like hang out with you. It's gonna be dope. Definitely come to the theater thing. It's gonna be what's up. And yeah, we'll touch bases.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, all right. Later.
Thanks for doing this with me
Of
because
course, of course, of course. Like I said, I got an interview with Case coming up. Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah, I can imagine he got a lot to say.
I know he do. We all do.
Yeah. All right, boss man. You enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too. Take care.